Hello everyone, how are you all? Welcome to our YouTube channel Teju Maina. So you have already seen some of my videos and some of you have already subscribed also. If you feel it is useful, share it to others also, and if you feel useful, please subscribe. Okay, otherwise don't subscribe, otherwise don't share also. So one thing is that I am a physics faculty and I will be giving the clear idea about the physics concepts, especially from PU chapters. Okay. So without any delay, let us jump on to the actual syllabus. Okay. So here I have come up with a new chapter, that is mechanical properties of solids from PU1. In this video, I will be giving the brief explanation about the main concepts required for boards, competitive exams like CET, NEET and JEE. Okay. Now, coming to this. So to understand the mechanical properties of solids, you need to know some of the basic definitions or the meanings of words or the terminologies that we are going to use here. ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಇರುವಂತಹ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಸಹ ತುಂಬಾ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್ ಆಗಿರುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾರೋ ಒಬ್ಬರು ಮಾತಾಡೋದನ್ನ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ಲ್ಯಾಂಗ್ವೇಜ್ ಸಹ ಇಂಪಾರ್ಟೆಂಟ್. ಸೊ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಟರ್ಮಿನಾಲಜೀಸ್ ನಾವು ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಆ ಟರ್ಮಿನಾಲಜೀಸ್ ಕೆಲವೊಂದನ್ನ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಆಗಿ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ವಿ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್. Deforming force. As the name indicates, if we apply force on an object, the body shape and size varies. If a force is applied on an object, its shape and size varies. Okay, that force is called deforming force. ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ ಅದರ ಶೇಪ್ ಅಂಡ್ ಸೈಜ್ ವೇರಿ ಆದ್ರೆ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, if I apply force on this wall, so its shape and size will not vary. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಸೊ ಅದನ್ನ ನಾವು ಡಿಫಾರ್ಮಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಯೋದಿಲ್ಲ. If I apply force, let's consider here I have a sheet of paper. So if I put force on it, so its shape and size varies. Okay, so adana now deforming force anta kariತೀವಿ. So then secondly we have elasticity. So elasticity ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? ನೀವು ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಮೆಟೀರಿಯಲ್ಸ್ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. So let me give some examples like first one is rubber, second one is iron or steel. Iverendukku ಏನು ಡಿಫರೆನ್ಸ್? ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಗೆ if you apply less force also its what happens, its length increases. ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಎಳೆದಾಗ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಅದು ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಅದೇ ತರ ಸ್ಟೀಲು ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಐರನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಿ, when we apply less force it will not extend, but if you apply more force that will also extend. But what happens after you remove the deforming force? ಯಾವಾಗ ನಾವು ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ that rubber band will regain its original shape and size after the removal of deforming force. ನಾವು ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿರುವಂತ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ನಾವು ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, if I take a spring, ಆಯ್ತಾ, ಈ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ಒಂದೆಂಡು ಕನೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಯಾವುದೊಂದು ರಿಜಿಡ್ ಸಪೋರ್ಟ್ಗೆ. ಈ ಕಡೆ ನಾನು ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ. when applied force its length increases. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಈ ಕಡೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡೋದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯ್ತು. when you leave this it will regain its original shape and size. ಎಸ್ ಸರ್? ಅದೇ ತರ ಈ ರಬ್ಬರ್ ಬ್ಯಾಂಡ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. ಬಟ್ ಸ್ಟೀಲ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆನ್ಷನ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೇಗ ಸಹ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. Okay, so that property of regaining the original shape and size is called elasticity. Okay, let me write that. The property of regaining the original shape and size of a body after the removal of original deforming force is called, what is that? Elasticity. ಅಂದ್ರೆ ನಾವು ಯಾವ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವೋ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಯಿತು, ಯಾವ ಬಿಡ್ತೀವೋ ಸೊ ದಟ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಡಿಕ್ರೀಸಸ್ ಆರ್ ದಿ ಬಾಡಿ regains original shape and size. That property of the body regaining its original shape and size after the removal of deforming force is called elasticity. Okay, so but ಎಲ್ಲ ಬಾಡೀಸ್ ಅದೇ ತರ the bodies will not regain its original shape and size after the removal of force. ಆ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ ಮೇಲೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತಾನೂ ಹೇಳಕ್ಕಾಗಲ್ಲ. So if the bodies will not regain the original shape and size after the removal of deforming force, that property is called plasticity. Okay, if the body will not regain the original shape and size after the removal of deforming force, then property is called plasticity. Okay, the property of not regaining original shape and size of a body when or after the removal of deforming force. Next we have the stress. Stress and then how do you define stress? Look at this. I will give an example first. Later I will give the definition for that. Here, as I have considered earlier, I am considering a rigid body and a massless spring is attached to it. If I pull the one end of the spring in this direction, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The spring extends. Spring ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? It extends. When you apply force, it extends. ಆದರೆ ಇಷ್ಟಿತ್ತು ಲೆಂತ್, ಈಗ ಇಷ್ಟು ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗಿದೆ. The actual length of the spring is L. Because of the application of force, its length has increased by delta L ಅಂತ ಕನ್ಸಿಡರ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Okay, so this is the actual length of the spring, horizontal length. Here the length has increased by delta L. Why? Because of the application of force. If I leave this force that I have applied, it will come back. Why? When I pulled it, it has elongated. If I leave it, it will come back. How it will come back? By its own. By its own. Andre, when I pull it, it will extend. When I leave it, it will come back by its own. ತಂತಾನೆ ಹೇಗೆ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೂವ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ there should be some force. ಇದರ ಎಳಿಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ we need to apply some force. ಬಟ್ ವಾಪಸ್ ಬರೋ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಯಾವುದೇ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಬೇಕಾಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅದಷ್ಟಕ್ಕೆ ಅದೇ ತಂತಾನೆ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಹೇಗೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ದಿ ಎನರ್ಜಿ ಸ್ಟೋರ್ಡ್ ಇನ್ ಇಟ್. ಓಕೆ, there will be one more force which are acting between the atoms of the molecules. Interatomic forces ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಈ ಮಾಲಿಕ್ಯೂಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂದ ಆಟಮ್ಸ್ ಮಧ್ಯೆ ಇರುವಂತ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಆ ಸ್ಪ್ರಿಂಗ್ ನ ವಾಪಸ್ ತರಬೇಕು ಅಂತಾನೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. ಆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅನ್ನ ನಾವು ರೀಸ್ಟೋರಿಂಗ್ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. ಓಕೆ, that restoring force acting per unit area of cross section is called stress. ಈಗ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ನ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಡಿಫೈನ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ? ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ is equal to restoring force upon area of cross section. So restoring force ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು FR ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ and area ನ ನಾವು A ಅಂತ ಕರೀತೀವಿ. Do you remember? Restoring force is FR and area of cross section is A. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಗಿದೆ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಸುತ್ತೆ. Just by giving some simple example I explained this. Now if I take a mass to give the force, if I attach one mass to the spring to give the force, then a force ನಾವು ಈ ತರ ಬರ್ಕೋಬಹುದು, mass into acceleration due to gravity divided by area. If that area is a circular area, then we can write mg divided by pi r square. ಇದನ್ನು ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. If that area is a circular area, we can write this. Or any other shape like cubical face idre, square face idre, ನಾವು ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ length into length L square ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. So instead of pi r square, that also we can do. We can calculate the area separately and substitute that. Main ಆಗಿ force is Fr divided by area A ಅಂತ ಬಂತು. Now what is the SI unit? What is the unit? Unit for this is Newton per meter square. For force it is Newton, area is meter square. R Pascal. Okay, Newton per meter square or Pascal. 1 Pascal is equal to 1 Newton per meter square. Right. Secondly, we have strain. Strain ಹೇಗಂತು? What is strain? When we apply stress on an object, ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ಆಬ್ಜೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? Its length varies, its area varies, its volume may vary. So the variation of dimension with respect to stress is called strain. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ ಇದೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ? The ratio of change in dimension to the original dimension okay, change in dimension to the original dimension is called strain. ಅದಾಯ್ತಾ? ಇಂಡಿಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಒನ್ ಬೈ ಒನ್ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಓಕೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀನಿ. ಯಾಕೆ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ, ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸಹ 3 ಟೈಪ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ. ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವ ತರ ಸ್ಟ್ರೈನ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಈಗ ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಚಾರ್ಟ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಹೋಗೋಣ. ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಟೇಕ್ ದಟ್. So let me take stress one side, strain one side. Okay, stress one side, strain one side. So first type of stress is longitudinal stress. This longitudinal stress is defined by force upon area. Force upon area. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು force apply ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀವಿ? Along the length. If this force is applied along the length to the area of cross section, then its length varies. You know, here we take this is the rod. Okay, this is rod of length L. When I apply force on this cross-sectional area A, what happens? Its length increases. Its length increases. During that area of cross-section decreases. What are you doing? length increases and area cross section increases, but let us consider only variation of length, that is length increases by delta L. If L is the initial length, final length will be L plus delta L. ಇಲ್ಲಿಂದ ಇಲ್ಲಿಗೆ L ಬರುತ್ತಾ? ಇದು delta L. Its length increases by delta L. Okay, this is called longitudinal stress. Second one, the first one in the strain is longitudinal strain. Okay, so it is defined as change in length to the original length. Change in length divided by original length. Okay, change in length ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? delta L ಅಷ್ಟಿದೆ. original length ಎಷ್ಟಿದೆ? capital L ಅಷ್ಟಿದೆ. change in length by original length. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, force ಗೆ ಯೂನಿಟ್ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್, ಏರಿಯಾಗೆ ಮೀಟರ್ ಸ್ಕ್ವೇರ್. ಸೊ ನ್ಯೂಟನ್ per meter square is SI unit for this. ಇಲ್ಲಿ strain, longitudinal strain ತಗೊಂಡ್ರೆ there is no unit because change in length will be in meter. Original length will also be in meter. Meter cancel ಆಯ್ತು. No unit. No SI unit for this. ಯಾವುದಕ್ಕೆ? strain ಗೆ. ಅರ್ಥ ಆಯ್ತಾ? So longitudinal stress is force upon area along the length. So longitudinal strain is change in length to the original length divided by original length by application of force. Longitudinal stress, longitudinal strain. I think this is clear. One thing to remember, there is a unit for stress, but there is no unit for strain. SI unit ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ, dimension of formula ಇರೋದಿಲ್ಲ. Okay, next, coming to the second one. Coming to the second one, tangential stress. Here second one, tangential strain. Okay, tangential stress is also called shear stress, and tangential strain is also called shear strain. Okay, now shear stress ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ or shear strain ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ, or tangential stress, tangential strain. How to define these? Shear stress ಮತ್ತು shear strain ಯಾವ ಕೇಸ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಬರುತ್ತೆ? ಫಾರ್ ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್, ಹಿಯರ್ ಐ ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿಸ್ ಕ್ಲಾತ್, ಆಯ್ತಾ? ಇದ್ರ ಮೇಲೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗೋದಿಲ್ಲ, ಬಟ್ when I twist this, when I twist it, what is I'm doing? Here I'm applying a tangential force on it. So there is angular change in the dimension. There is angular change in the dimension. ಅದೇ ತರ ಇಲ್ಲಿ ನೋಡಿ, if I consider here an object, ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಫಿಕ್ಸ್ ಆಗಿದೆ, this side is fixed. If I apply force in this particular direction, its length varies. Sorry, if I apply force in this direction, what happens? It gets tilted in this particular direction, making angle theta here x. The length of the wire is L. The object is L. Okay. This force upon area, tangential force upon area, is called stress. Here, right? Tangential force upon given area will give you the shear stress. Here, this shear strain is defined as the displacement, horizontal displacement here, delta x, in the direction of force applied to the original length of the object is called tangential stress or tangential strain or shear strain. You can write here delta x, so that will be x divided by L. So that can also be written as tan theta. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಇಲ್ಲಿ 90 ಡಿಗ್ರಿ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, opposite by adjacent is called tan theta. If theta value is very small for a given object, then we can also write this as theta. So we take one object here like this. If I apply force like this, it's get tilted like this. So it's making an angle theta with the original dimension. Okay, its length as derivative. Okay, now the displacement of the topmost layer where the force is applied is delta x or x ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ಳಬಹುದು, and actual length of the wire is or the object is L. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ ನಾವಿಲ್ಲಿ change what is this tangential displacement or this in the direction of force applied, the displacement delta x divided by L will give you shear strain. That is equal to tan theta. That is equal to theta. Any doubt? Any doubt here? No doubt. Okay. Now coming to the last one, ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ಬರ್ಕೊಂಡ್ಬಿಡಿ, ಅದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನೀವು ಬೇರೆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಬರ್ಬೋದು ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಕಮಿಂಗ್ ಟು ಲಾಸ್ಟ್ ಒನ್. So that is third thing here also, bulk stress. Here is bulk strain. Bulk stress usually it is related to volume change. So I have one object, spherical object. When I apply force on it, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, ಎಲ್ಲ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಗೆ ಫೋರ್ಸ್ ಅಪ್ಲೈ ಮಾಡಿದಾಗ just like balloon, if I apply force on it, its volume decreases by delta V. Actual volume is V, change in volume is delta V. Now the volume is V minus delta V. So the force applied here per given area is called bulk stress. Because of this, its volume has changed. The change in volume to the original volume is called bulk strain. Here also volume by volume, ಅಂದ್ರೆ units cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, there is no unit. Here also displacement in meter divided by meter cancel ಆಗುತ್ತೆ. So there is no SI unit for strain, no dimensional formula for strain. Dimensional formula ಅನ್ನು ಹೇಗೆ ಬರೀತೀವಿ, ನೀವು ಕೆಲವು ಸ್ಟಡಿ ಮಾಡಿರ್ತೀರಾ. Consider this video as what is that revision for you. M0, L0, T0. The dimensional formula for this. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ dimensional formula derive ಮಾಡೋಣ ಆಯ್ತಾ. So here bulk stress is F by A and bulk strain is delta V by V, and its SI unit is 0. So strain ಏನೋ dimensional formula ಕೇಳಿದ್ರೆ M0, L0, T0 ಅಂತ or derive the dimensional formula for stress. So ಈ ಡೈಮೆನ್ಷನಲ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾವನ್ನ ನಾವು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾದಿಂದನೂ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು, ಇಲ್ಲ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಇಂದನೂ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. So here I make use of formula as well as the SI units for that. So usually we make use of these dimensions like length, for that dimension is m. Usually we make use of these dimensions. First of all, mass, its dimension is capital M. Length, its dimension is L, and time ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ dimension L T ಅಂತ ತಗೊಳ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so they will be in square brackets. So this is for mass, this is for length, this is for time. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ SI ಯೂನಿಟ್ ಏನು ಬರುತ್ತೆ, kg. length ಗೆ meters, time ಗೆ seconds. ಇದನ್ನ ನೆನಪು ಮಾಡಿ. kg is a unit of mass, so its dimension formula is m. Length, its dimension formula is meter. Sorry, length, its the unit is meter, and its dimension formula is L. Time, its dimension formula is capital T, and its unit is S. Now, for stress, we have force upon area, that is equal to force is mg divided by area. G is the acceleration. So we get the for mass the SI unit is kg. Acceleration meter per second square. Area meter square ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. 1 meter cancel ಆದರೆ we will get kg divided by meter per second square ಅಂತ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. So kg ಗೆ meter ಮೇಲೆ ಬರ್ತೀನಿ divided by m is meter length L and second square time t square. So combining all this we get m power 1 L power minus 1 numerator ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ t square t power minus 2. Okay, ನೀವು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಹೇಳಬಹುದಾದ್ರೆ m L power minus 1 t power minus 2 ಅಂತ ನಿಮಗೆ ಹೇಗೆ ಡಿರೈವ್ ಮಾಡೋದು ಅಂತ ಗೊತ್ತಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ನಾನು ಒಂದು ಎಕ್ಸಾಂಪಲ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀನಿ. ಇದಾದ್ಮೇಲೆ ನಾನು ಡೈರೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಡೈರೆಕ್ಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಕೊಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಬೇಕು ಅಂದ್ರೆ ತುಂಬಾ ಡಿಫಿಕಲ್ಟ್ ಇದೆ, ನಾನು ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೈನ್ ಸಹ ಮಾಡ್ತೀನಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಸೊ ನಾವು ಮೂವಿಂಗ್ ಆನ್ ಟು ದಿ ಮೇನ್ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ದಟ್ ಈಸ್ ಹುಕ್ಸ್ ಲಾ. Now we have got a new concept, Hooke's law. Very important concept, okay, and very easy concept also. So look at this. I have one wire, so if I pull it on both sides, so if I pull it or compress it, actually stress and longitudinal stress we have two types. One is tensile stress and compressive stress. ಅದು ಸೆಪರೇಟ್ ಆಗಿ ಥಿಯರಿ ಓದ್ಕೊಬಹುದು. ಟೆನ್ಸೈಲ್ಸ್ ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಈ ತರ ಎಳೆಯುವಂತದ್ದು, ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಈ ತರ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಟೆಂಡ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. ಕಂಪ್ರೆಸಿವ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಎರಡು ಕಡೆ ಈ ತರ ಪುಷ್ ಮಾಡ್ತೀವಿ. Okay, so tensile stress, compressive stress ಅಂದ್ರೆ two types of stress under longitudinal stress ಇದೆ. Now coming to this one, if I pull an object, it extends, again extends, again extends, again extends, and after that break. Or if I pull an object, it extends, extends, extends. If I cross a limit, it will not regain its original shape. So ಎಲ್ಲದಕ್ಕೂ ಸಹ ಒಂದು ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅನ್ನೋದು ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So under that limit, so what do we call that? If I apply force, it will come back to its original shape itself. ಆ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ನ ನಾವೇನು ಕರಿತೀವಿ? ಎಲಾಸ್ಟಿಕ್ ಲಿಮಿಟ್ ಅಂತ ಕರಿತೀವಿ. So within elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain. Stress is directly proportional to strain. This is called Hooke's law. Within elastic limit, stress is directly proportional to strain is called Hooke's law. Okay. Now here I have stress, and if I remove this proportional sign, I will get a constant K or E, and strain. ನೀವು E ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. This proportional constant K is called modulus of elasticity. Okay, this K is called modulus of elasticity. Okay, modulus of elasticity. So if I write the formula for that, I get this. K is equal to stress upon strain. Stress upon strain. Okay. So since we have three types of stress and three types of strain, longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain, one type of K value you will get. Tangential stress by tangential strain or shear stress by shear strain, we get one type of K value. Or E value is E and capital E and then at last we have bulk stress or volume stress. Volume stress divided by volume strain or bulk stress divided by bulk strain will give you one type of K value. Okay, so keeping that in mind, we can extend this to further. Okay, now E K value modulus of elasticity ಗೆ SI unit ಏನು? Stress by strain. Stress ಗೆ SI unit Newton per meter square. Strain ಏನು SI unit ಇಲ್ಲ. So ಅದಕ್ಕೋಸ್ಕರ K value ಗೆ SI unit Newton per meter square. So this is called Hooke's law. Do remember this, very important one. Okay. So moving on to the next concept. Moving on to the next concept, that is modulus of elasticity. Modulus of elasticity, K. Modulus of elasticity, K. Okay. ಇದರಲ್ಲಿ ನಮಗೆ 3 types ಇದೆ. First one is Young's modulus. Young's modulus. Second one, shear or rigidity modulus. And third one is the bulk modulus. Bulk modulus. Do remember. So I will give the definitions and do understand the meanings of the words. ಆ ವರ್ಡ್ಸ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ಸ್ ಇಲ್ಲೇ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡ್ವಿ. ಯಾವಾಗ ಶೇರ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ, ಯಾವಾಗ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬರುತ್ತೆ ಅಂತ ಆ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಈಸಿಯಾಗಿ ಬರೀಬಹುದು. Okay, here we have Young's modulus, which is defined as symbol is 1. It is equal to longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. Stress divided by longitudinal strain. Here we have shear modulus. It is represented by the symbol G. This is shear stress divided by shear strain. And bulk modulus is represented by the symbol B. It is given by volume stress to the volume strain. Okay. Longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain is called Young's modulus. Shear stress by shear strain is called rigidity modulus. Volume stress by volume strain is called bulk modulus. Very easy. You have already learned what is longitudinal stress, longitudinal strain, shear stress, shear strain, volume stress and volume strain. Just once ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಈಗ ಪಾಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡು ವಿಡಿಯೋ. ಈಗ ಆಲ್ರೆಡಿ ಕಲ್ತಿರೋದು ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಅದನ್ನ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂಸ್ ನ ಸಬ್ಸ್ಟಿಟ್ಯೂಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರೆ ನಿಮಗೆ ಯಂಗ್ಸ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಶಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಬೈ ಶಿಯರ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ಜಿ ವ್ಯಾಲ್ಯೂ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಬೈ ವಾಲ್ಯೂಮ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ, ನಿಮಗೆ ಬಲ್ಕ್ ಮಾಡಲ್ಸ್ ಬಂದ್ಬಿಡುತ್ತೆ. ಲೆಟ್ ಮಿ ಎಕ್ಸ್ಪ್ಲೇನ್ ದಟ್ ಇನ್ ಡೀಟೇಲ್ ಹಿಯರ್. So if I take a wire of length L, when I apply force on it on a given area, its length increases by delta L. That force upon area is called longitudinal stress. Longitudinal strain and change in length by original length. So Y is equal to longitudinal stress under the force upon area divided by longitudinal strain under the change in length by original length. ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೆಸ್ ಗೆ ಎಫ್ ಐ ಏನು ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ, ಲಾಂಜಿಟ್ಯೂಡ್ ಸ್ಟ್ರೇನ್ ಗೆ ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಲ್ ಬೈ ಎಲ್ ಅಂತ ಬರೆದಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಸೊ ದಟ್ಸ್ ವೈ ಯು ಕ್ಯಾನ್ ರೈಟ್ ದಿಸ್ ಲೈಕ್ ದಿಸ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ. ಎಫ್ ಎ ವಿಲ್ ಕಮ್ ಡೌನ್, ಡೆಲ್ಟಾ ಎಲ್ divided by L will go up. Okay, then G is equal to shear stress by shear strain. Shear stress ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Force upon area. Shear strain ಅಂದ್ರೆ tan theta or x by L or delta x by L ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. How much it bends? See here I have an object. If I apply tangential force, it bends through an angle along its length. That is delta x, this L, this theta. This can also written as F divided by A divided by tan theta or just theta. Theta value is very small. And then at last we have bulk modulus, that is B is equal to volume stress by volume strain F divided by A whole divided by change in volume by original volume. Is that no? Stress की formula होती है force upon area, change in volume by original volume. So इधर ना बोलते हैं when you apply force on an object, its volume decreases. Note, as the application of force at the pressure increases, volume decreases. So we consider a minus sign for this to remember. So we get a minus sign for bulk modulus. As you apply force, its volume decreases. So that's why we consider the negative sign for that. Clear? So Young's modulus, residual modulus, bulk modulus. So let us separately learn them one by one. Brief explanation would be separate Young's modulus, bulk modulus, and rigidity modulus. So these three comes under modulus of elasticity, that is K. Okay. Now here I have the first thing, that is Young's modulus. This is one of the most important concepts in this chapter, mechanical properties of solid cell. First most important concept, Young's modulus. Okay, you already study ಮಾಡಿದ್ದೀರಾ. Young's modulus ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Y is equal to longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain. Longitudinal stress upon longitudinal strain. So Y is equal to longitudinal stress ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Force upon area divided by longitudinal strain ಅಂದ್ರೆ ಏನು? Change in length by original length. ಇದಕ್ಕೆ ನಾವು ಬೇರೆ ಬೇರೆ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಬರೀತಾ ಹೋಗ್ತೀವಿ, ನೋಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. F divided by A into delta L divided by L ಅಂತ ಬಂತಾ? Now again we can write this as, if the force is given by using mass and due to gravity, F is equal to mg ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬೋದಾ? Length ಹಾಗೆ ಇರುತ್ತೆ. If area is a circular area, then you can write pi r square. Length delta L ಅನ್ನೋದನ್ನು ಇಲ್ಲಿ delta L ಅನ್ನು ನಾವು extension ಅಂತ ಬರೀಬಹುದು, that is E. You can write it as E also. Correct? For example, if R value is not given, diameter is given, what do you do? See, R is equal to, here I can write m g L divided by pi well as it is. Radius is the half of diameter. So can I write d divided by 2 whole square into the extension. This is elongation ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. Now 2 square is 4 will go up. You can write here this one as 4 into mg L divided by pi d square E. So like this we can write the different formulae for Young's modulus. So that is equal to longitudinal stress by longitudinal strain. A will come down, F by A, delta L by L will go up. So like this. One more thing to remember dear students, according to the question, you will have to change these parameters also. So ಯಾವ ಡೇಟಾ ಬೇಕೋ ಅದನ್ನ ಡೇಟಾ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ತಕ್ಕಾದಂತಹ ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾ ಹಾಕೋದನ್ನ ನೀವು ಬರೀಬೇಕು. One more thing, here I have one more special case here. ಇಲ್ಲಿ ಒಂದು ರಾಡ್ ಇದೆ. Okay, I have one metallic rod here of length L. ಈ ಮೆಟಾಲಿಕ್ ರಾಡ್ ಗೆ ಯಾವುದೇ ರೀತಿಯಾದಂತಹ ಮಾಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿಲ್ಲ. ಬಟ್ ಇಫ್ ಯು ಲೀವ್ ದಟ್ ಫಾರ್ ಎ ವೈಲ್, ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಆ ರಾಡ್ ಈಸ್ ಹ್ಯಾವಿಂಗ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ಮಾಸ್, ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ವೇಟ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ಈ ತರ ಯಾವುದೋ ಒಂದು ರಾಡ್ ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಬಿಟ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸಸ್. ನೀವು ನೋಡಬಹುದು, ಈ ಬಟ್ಟೆ ಹಾಕೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಯೂಸ್ ಮಾಡುವಂತ ವೈರ್ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ದಾರ ಆಗಿರ್ಬೋದು, ಒಂದಷ್ಟು ದಿನ ಆದ್ಮೇಲೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. ಯಾಕೆ? ಬಿಕಾಸ್ ಆಫ್ ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಓನ್ ವೇಟ್. ಇಫ್ ದಿ ಲೆಂತ್ increases because of its own length, then Young's modulus is given by, if the length increases because of its own weight, okay, then Young's modulus is given by, here we write y is equal to this one, force upon area, change in length by original length. Now L ಅನ್ನು ತಗೊಂಬಾರದು, but we have to take L by 2. Original length we have to take it as L by 2. We have to take half of the length. ಯಾಕೆಂದ್ರೆ the force is concentrated to act on the center of mass. ಈ length of the rod ಗೆ center of mass exactly the center ಇರುತ್ತೆ. So we take only half of the length. Okay, so we take half of the length. So because of its own length, if length is increasing, then we have to take this formula. Then remaining things we can change the f ಗೆ m into g ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು, a ಗೆ pi r square ಅಂತ ಹಾಕಬಹುದು, ಚೇಂಜ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು. Second one, shear modulus represented by g. See, ಈ symbols ಬೇರೆ ತಗೊಬಹುದು, ನೀವು ರೆಫರ್ ಮಾಡ್ತಾ ಇರೋ ಬುಕ್ ಮೇಲೆ ಡಿಪೆಂಡ್ ಆಗುತ್ತೆ ಆಯ್ತಾ. shear modulus, so what is it given by? shear modulus is given by shear or tangential stress upon tangential strain or shear strain. shear or tangential strain. The other method choose one. You can choose whichever you want. So here G is there. Shear stress is given by what? Force upon area whole divided by strain ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ, tan theta ಅಂತ ಹೇಳ್ತೀವಿ. Also we can write this one as F divided by area whole divided by tan theta is what? X divided by L or delta X by L or any other project you can write it. Like theta ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. If theta is very small. See, sometimes this force upon area is what? Pressure. You can write pressure also divided by x by L theta ಅಂತ ಬರೆಯಬಹುದು. Tan theta, if theta is very small, tan theta is almost equal to theta for small angle approximation. Theta value ತುಂಬಾ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಆದರೆ now we can write tan theta is equal to theta. Force upon area is pressure. And last one, as we have studied, that is the bulk modulus. Bulk modulus represented by B, that is given by B is equal to volume stress upon volume strain. Volume stress is what? Volume stress is force upon given area again. Volume strain is what? Changing volume by original volume, but we write minus in here. As you apply the pressure, the volume decreases. Or if you decrease pressure, volume increases. So inversely, they are dependent. Like one decreases, one increases, like that. So we write minus n. If the pressure increases, volume decreases. So that's why we write minus n. Clear? So, with two more definitions, I am going to end this video. Remaining concept we will learn in the next video. Now, in this video, I will write here. That is, do remember this one. That is Poisson's ratio. Represented by sigma. Okay. Poisson's ratio is given by sigma is equal to lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain lateral strain divided by longitudinal strain. Under do understand this concept, especially this comes under the Young's modulus itself. Okay, so here I have a wire of length L. Okay. When I apply the force on this particular area A, ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ ಲೆಂತ್ ಇನ್ಕ್ರೀಸ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ, ಲೆಂತ್ increase ಆಗ್ತಾ ಹೋಗುತ್ತೆ. But what happens? The diameter decreases. If length increases, diameter decreases or the radius decreases. So this is called a lateral. This is called longitudinal. Lateral strain ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ? The change in diameter divided by original diameter is called lateral strain. Lateral stress ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ change in length to the original length. Change in length to the original length. This is called the Poisson's ratio. Lateral strain by lateral strain. Sorry, longitudinal strain. So this is also not having any SI unit because the dimensions cancel out there. The units of dimensions cancel out there. So there will be no SI unit for this Poisson's ratio. And at last, we have compressibility. Represented with symbol K. Okay. So it's very simple. Compressibility is the ratio of compressibility is the reciprocal of bulk modulus. Okay. We already know bulk modulus is given by force upon area divided by change in volume by original volume, that will write up. Change in volume by original volume. Since we have minus in here, that minus in will write here. Okay. So that's why by using this also we can define compressibility as the reciprocal of bulk modulus, or it is the ratio of volume strain to the volume stress, or fractional change in volume to the applied force upon area. Adanu define ಮಾಡಬಹುದು by using this. So compressibility is equal to minus delta V by V divided by force upon area. So ಇದನ್ನೆಲ್ಲ ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೊಳ್ಳೋದು ಸರ್? ತುಂಬಾ ಡೆಫಿನೇಷನ್ಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಹೇಳ್ಬಿಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ ಈ ಚಾಪ್ಟರ್ ಅಲ್ಲಿ, ಕೆಲವೊಂದು ಫಾರ್ಮುಲಾಸ್ ಎಲ್ಲ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದೀರಾ. ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿರುತ್ತೆ, ಹೇಗೆ ನೆನಪಿಟ್ಕೋಬೇಕು ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಆಫ್ ಆಲ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ಟು ಲೀಡ್ ಎವ್ರಿಥಿಂಗ್ ಒನ್ಸ್. ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಟೈಮ್ ಓದೋಂತ ಟೈಮಲ್ಲಿ ಅದನ್ನ ಕಾನ್ಸೆಪ್ಟ್ ಪ್ರಾಪರ್ ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ಫಸ್ಟ್ ಏನಿದೆ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಸೆಕೆಂಡ್ ಒಂದು ಏನ್ ಆಗ್ತಾ ಇದೆ, ಏನ್ ಇದೆ ಅದರಲ್ಲಿ ತಿಳ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ. ನೆಕ್ಸ್ಟ್ ಥರ್ಡ್ ಥಿಂಗ್ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್. ನೀವು ಬಂದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಅನ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, 2 ಸಲ ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳಿ, ಬರೀರಿ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಬೆಳಿಗ್ಗೆ ತಕ್ಷಣ ಒಂದ್ಸಲ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ, ಮಲ್ಗೋಡ್ ಮುಂಚೆ ರಿವಿಷನ್ ಮಾಡಿ. ಸೊ ಯಾವ್ದು ಬರೋದಿಲ್ಲ ಅಂತ ಯಾವ್ದು ಇಲ್ಲ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಇಟ್ಸ್ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಬರೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನಾಲೆಡ್ಜ್ ಕಮ್ಮಿ ಇದೆ ಅಂತಷ್ಟೇ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನೀವು ಅರ್ಥ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಳ್ಳುವಂತ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಷ್ಟೇ. ಎಲ್ಲ ಬರುತ್ತೆ. ಇಫ್ ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ಅಂಡರ್ಸ್ಟ್ಯಾಂಡ್, ಯು ಹ್ಯಾವ್ ದಿ ಎಬಿಲಿಟಿ ಟು ರಿಮೆಂಬರ್ ಆಲ್ಸೋ ಆಯ್ತಾ. ನಿಮ್ಗೆ ನೆನ್ಪಿಟ್ಕೊಂಡು ಹೋಗ್ತಾ ಇಲ್ಲ ಅಂತಂದ್ರೆ ನೀವು ಇನ್ನೂ ಅಷ್ಟು ನಾಲೆಜಬಲ್ ಇಲ್ಲ. ಅದಕ್ಕೆ ಏನ್ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು, ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಹಾರ್ಡ್ ವರ್ಕ್ ಆಗಬೇಕು, ಪ್ರಾಕ್ಟೀಸ್ ಸಹ ಜಾಸ್ತಿ ಮಾಡಬೇಕು. With saying this, I am going to end this part 1 of this video, that is mechanical properties of solids. So part 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ ಏನಾಗುತ್ತೆ, part 2 ಅಲ್ಲಿ so we'll explain about the Young's modulus of a wire. ಒಂದು experiment ಇದೆ, ಅದನ್ನ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Then we'll derive an expression for the elastic potential energy of a stretched wire, ಅದನ್ನು ಮಾಡೋಣ ಆಯ್ತಾ. Then we'll discuss about stress strain curve, also very important for 3 mark for the board examination. We'll discuss about that. Then in part 3 we'll discuss about CET, NEET and JEE questions which were appeared in the previous year question papers ಆಯ್ತಾ. ಅದನ್ನು ಸಹ ಸಾಲ್ವ್ ಮಾಡೋಣ. Thank you for saying this. I'm going to end this video. Have great future, grow through life.